Welcome back to the Bad Influence Podcast, where we show you how you can have a good rest of 2024 and an even better 2025. I'm the bad influence that you need in your life, Bjordan Banderas, and let's get straight to it. If you don't know why you're waking up every morning, what's driving you, or what lights you up, you're just existing, not living. And that's the hard truth for a lot of people. That's the truth that I had to face myself a while back. And what I realized after facing this truth is that life's too damn short to flow through it aimlessly. Especially now when the world's throwing chaos at us every day. You see it on social media, always. Something's happening. There's always something happening right there and then. You see it on the news. You see it everywhere. There's chaos. A lot of chaos, right? It can be due to politics, school, whatever is going on in your life. For some reason, there's always chaos. But here's the thing. You can find your purpose throughout the chaos. Even in the middle of the chaos, you can actually find your purpose, because finding your purpose isn't some mystical journey reserved for monks on mountaintops. No, you don't have to do that in order for you to find your purpose and what you really love to do and want to do in life. It's real, it's gritty, and it's absolutely necessary. Without it, you'll keep spinning your wheels, stuck in the same rut, wondering why the hell nothing feels fulfilling. So if you're tired of feeling lost or like you're wasting your potential, you're not alone. The good news is that it's not too late to turn things around. The rest of 2024 and 2025 can be the years you look back on and say, that's when everything changed. So buckle up, because in this episode, we're breaking down what it means to find your purpose and how to build a life that fires you up every damn day. By the time we're done, you won't just have a clear perspective. You'll have a plan to chase the life you deserve. Because guess what? You deserve to create the life you want. Whatever vision you see in your life, you're going to create it. It could be chaos in your life, or it could be the best life that you deserve. So let's start with the obvious. Most people feel lost because they're living someone else's life. From the day we're born, we're told what to do, how to act, and what's considered success. Go to school, get a job, buy a house, retire. Sound familiar? It's a blueprint, sure, but not your blueprint. Especially now, there's so many ways to retire in your 20s, 30s, not even working now. There's kids that won't have to work thanks to social media because they have been able to exploit that. So they don't have to go to school. They don't have to go to work because they already make millions every year because of social media. But here's the thing. Society has convinced us that purpose equals money, equals status, or a fancy title. But guess what? None of that shit means a thing if it doesn't align with what you truly want, with what truly matters to you. That's why so many people hit their 30s, 40s, even 50s feeling unfulfilled despite having everything. This happens to millionaires. They have millions in the bank. They have big houses. They have all this material stuff, and they still feel empty. And let's not ignore the distraction epidemic. Social media, endless scrolling, and the pressure to constantly compare yourself to others. It's all noise. And that noise drowns out the voice inside you that's screaming, this isn't it. You have potential. You have better things to do, things that light you up. That's the voice that you need to listen to. If you're feeling stuck, it's not because you're broken. Don't let people make you believe that. It's because you've been following a map that wasn't designed for you. So, let's throw that map in the fucking trash and start drawing a new one. Let me share something personal. I like to be raw and personal with you guys because I feel like that's how you should be able to connect by being raw, by being personal. That's why I love doing the podcast because guess what? It allows me to share my stories, and oh my goodness, I have stories pretty much of everything that I have seen and done. So here's what happened. A few years ago, I hit a wall. On paper, everything looked fine. I had a steady job, a decent paycheck, and my wife was sick. But deep down, I was empty. I was going through the motions, living a life that felt more like a checklist than a passion. One day, I remember sitting in traffic, staring at the endless line of cars, and thinking, is this it? Is this all I'm working for? That moment hit me like a freight train. I realized I had no idea what I truly wanted or why I was even doing what I was doing. That's when I started asking myself the tough questions. What do I love? What makes me come alive? What legacy do I want to leave behind? The answers were not clear at first, but the more I dug, the more I realized I was living a life that didn't align with who I was or what I cared about. That realization was both terrifying and freeing. It forced me to take a hard look at my choices and start making changes, which is extremely hard. It doesn't matter who you are. Making changes or accepting change is one of the hardest things you're ever going to do in your life. And let me tell you, once you start living with purpose, everything shifts. You wake up with energy. You face challenges with grit. And you stop giving a damn about superficial bullshit. It's a transformation that's not just possible, but within your reach. A lot of people feel like they don't have it in them, that everything is out of reach, but it's not. Here's what most people don't realize. Living without purpose comes at a cost. And that cost isn't just emotional, it's physical, mental, and even financial. When you're aimless, you settle for less in every area of your life. Less fulfillment, less joy, less growth. Think about it. Probably you have done this, not even realizing it, just like I did, because that's what I was doing, and I see a lot of people doing this. How many people do you know who hate their jobs but stay because it's safe? Or who stays in toxic relationships because they're scared to be alone? That's what happens when you don't know your purpose. You accept mediocrity because you don't believe you deserve better. And let's not forget about burnout. When you're working hard but don't know why, it's like running a marathon with no finish line. You're exhausted, but you can't stop because you don't know where you're going or what you're working towards. So it's time to stop living on autopilot, because if you keep going this way, you'll wake up one day wondering where the hell your life went. And trust me, that's not a place you want to be. So, how do you find your purpose? Well, here are the steps. Step 1 is start with curiosity. Think about the things that excite you, even if they seem small or insignificant. It doesn't matter what it is. What do you lose track of time doing? What topics light you up in conversation? Your purpose often hides in the things you naturally gravitate towards. It could be, like in my case, I love talking about life. I love psychology. I love human behavior. I love talking to people about their problems because I want to see if they can figure it out. And if they need help, I can help them. If not, then that's fine. Step 2, reflect on your pain. I know this sounds counterintuitive, right? But sometimes our greatest struggles points us towards our purpose. What challenges have shaped you? What lessons have you learned the hard way? Me? All of them. Often, your purpose lies in helping others navigate the same struggles you face. That's kind of like what I love doing. Step 3, take action. Purpose isn't something you find by thinking. It's something you discover by doing. Try new things, take risks, and be willing to fail. Every step you take brings you closer to clarity. Step 4, align your life with your values. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? Family, freedom, creativity. Once you know your values, use them as a compass to guide your decisions. If something doesn't align with your values, it's not worth your time. Step 5. This is the most important one because we're not patient at all. As a society, as a human species, we're not patient. Not a lot of us have that inside us. So, step 5, be patient. Finding your purpose is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes patience. But trust me, it's worth it. Because when you take the time to know exactly what you love to do, what lights you up, what fires you up, it evolves as you grow. So give yourself grace. And once that one thing you love doing starts to evolve, it helps you create a vision that you can stick to. So you don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to start asking the right questions. And remember, your purpose doesn't have to be flashy or world-changing. It just has to be meaningful to you. Whether it's raising a family, creating art, or building a business, your purpose is yours to define. So here's the bottom line. Finding your purpose isn't about some grand revelation. It's about tuning out the noise, looking inward, and making choices that align with who you are and what you value. So, what you need to do right now is to start asking yourself the hard questions. Take the steps that I mentioned. Find your purpose right now. We only have a few days left out of 2024. So you can start deciding what you really want to do, what your purpose is for 2025, and start the year with a bang. Where you can actually say, you know what? I know what I want to do in 2025, and I'm going to do it. Why? Because I found my purpose. Now I have a vision, and now I'm going to actually build that vision into something great. Even if it doesn't make me any money, what matters is that I love it. What matters is that it helps me become a better person. What matters is that it makes me feel fulfilled. And that's what matters when it comes to your purpose. That it makes you feel fulfilled. Even if it is, I don't know, helping the homeless, feeding them, giving them clothes, something that makes you feel good deep inside, and you're like, you know what, I want to do this again, not for the reward, but because of what I did. And that's it for today. If this episode hit home for you, don't just sit on it, take action. Start asking yourself those tough questions. Start exploring what lights you up. And most importantly, start living a life that feels like yours, not someone else's. And if you know someone who's feeling lost or stuck, share this episode with them. Let's spread this message and help more people wake up to their potential. Remember, life isn't about ticking boxes or meeting expectations. It's about finding what sets your soul on fire and running towards it with everything you've got. This is the Bad Influence Podcast. Go out there, find your purpose, and make the rest of 2024 and 2025 the years that change everything. I'll see you in the next episode, and have a great day.